Hope everyone's doing well. Hope you're settling into the new year of 2021 and into the month of January. As we move forward and you kind of continue to push and challenge yourself, I think it's also good to notice what are things that you're avoiding. And there's good things to avoid. There's also negative things, things that we shouldn't be avoiding, or things that we need to figure out how not to avoid them. So in jiu-jitsu, maybe you're training with somebody who's 100 pounds bigger and you tend to avoid them. Or it could be the opposite. You avoid the lighter weight people because you're a big person and you don't want to just crush them, or you don't want them to feel bad training with you. Maybe you like the gi and you avoid no gi, or vice versa. Maybe you like doing chokes from the back, so you're always going for the back, but you never do any other submissions. Or you like arm bars, but you don't hit anything else. Why are you avoiding these other things? Why are you avoiding certain training partners when it could expand your game? Now, obviously training with someone, you're avoiding someone maybe because you're worried you're going to get hurt. What are the tools that you have? What are the tools that you can use to communicate to that person that you'll be their training partner if they follow these certain things? So I'll train with you, but can we decrease the intensity? Can we just work on this? It's okay. It's okay to communicate that to someone. I think it's important. It's a part of a healthy relationship, and it's something that requires a lot of practice. Now, there's times where we need to be mindful of, I think maybe people who are toxic, training partners who are toxic that intentionally try to hurt you. Those are people that you need to avoid, and maybe even explicitly say, hey, don't hurt me. These things are dangerous, and I don't want to train with you if you're going to continue to do that. In the couple weeks ago, we talked about a map and the journey and figuring out where you want to go on the path, or in your expedition to figuring out to getting to your next destination. You're going to hit these roadblocks. You're going to hit a swampy place, or you're going to go through, or you're going to find yourself in front of maybe rose bushes, or maybe raspberry bush or something like that. And you're going to have to figure out, you're going to have to realize, okay, there's a bunch of thorns here. Am I going to try and cut through this and make a path? Am I going to try and crawl underneath it, or am I going to go around? What tools do you have? Do you have something to create your own path? Let's think of another example. We probably should avoid walking down a dark alley with a bunch of shattered glass and, barefoot. But if I have a flashlight and some heavy-duty shoes, I have the right tools to work through that, and it's not going to be a big problem. Or if I have a broom that I can push in front of me and get the glass out of the way, with the flashlight on my head, then I'm gonna be fine. So, and that's gonna save 30 minutes or 30 hours on my trip in a good way. So sometimes it's not about just avoiding things. It's about figuring out what you're avoiding and figuring out how the tools that you have to how you can address them better. I think the biggest growth happens when we figure out what we're avoiding and we kind of address it head on. And that's really difficult. I think it's a really difficult thing. Maybe in jiu-jitsu, they have this new rule now, brown and black belts, the no-gi adult division, or now they have heel hooks and reaping. Well, how are you going to address it? I've been avoiding it. That doesn't matter. Now I need to address it. I need to tackle it head on, and I'm going to put myself in that position as many times as I can, maybe even intentionally in practice, to better problem solve and understand that position. So the message and the task, I guess, is figure out what you're avoiding. Figure out what you're avoiding on the mat. Figure out what you're avoiding off the mat. Is it a good thing that you're avoiding? Yes? Okay, then continue to avoid those things. But maybe it's something that you can problem solve through. Maybe it's something that you need to use the tools that you have available to better work through and better process with. Maybe you need the help of a coach. That's what coaches are here for. Maybe you need your teammates involved. That's what teammates are here involved for. Maybe you've been avoiding working on the curriculum and drilling the technique. Well, why? Why are you avoiding that? So figure out what you're avoiding, tackle it, use the skills that you have. If you need to keep avoiding it because it poses a significant threat to your health and well-being, then by all means, avoid it. There's places and things and people that I just don't hang out with because I don't want to be in that position. But in general, I need to use and practice the skills that I have available to better deal with and cope with those situations as well. Let's make it a great week, you guys. I'll see you guys soon.